Welcome everyone. We got a good crowd out here tonight. I want to welcome everybody to our business portion of our meeting. Today is Wednesday, June 11th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Gibson.
Here.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Here.
Mrs. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Mundy.
Here.
Mrs. Shaw.
Here.
All right, can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? This flag is over here. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. It's funny, we're going to be doing a lot of introductions tonight. A lot of great introductions with some really amazing people. But we'll start with a few introductions of our administration staff and some of our board members here. So I think we'll start with Jack today. We have Jack, our business manager. We have Miss Becky Ehrman, our director of student services. We have Devin Berry, our director of human resources. And then we have our wonderful student reps. Do you guys want to say your names? It's a tradition at this point.
Hi, I'm Haley Schuster, and I'm going to be a senior.
Hi, I'm Daniela Rodriguez Vasquez, and I'm going to be a sophomore.
And you can tell why we do that. Also wanted to mention that we don't have Julie today. She's a little sick. So she's our director of curriculum for, just a little bit longer. Yeah. So other than that, we have our wonderful board members here. We have Lori Gibson, which is a board member. We have our Dr. Andrea Townsend, which is our superintendent. I'm the president this year. I'm Nate Mundy. We have our vice president, Leslie Miller. Another board member, vice president. Board member, John Llewellyn. We have board member, Angie Shockley. And then we have the treasurer, Ryan Sloan. The treasurer, not Ryan Sloan. So we'll move right along to our agenda, and we do have an addendum.
We do. We need to add new item number 11K, new item number 11L, new item number 19, and add a work session at the end of the meeting for the student reps to reconvene.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Gibson.
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Mundy.
Yes.
Mrs. Shaw.
Yes.
All right, and we're, we have, well, that's for the agenda items, so we'll go to our communication update. And there you are.
Good evening, everyone. Looking out here, I want to congratulate all the retirees, but I can't believe, except for Shelley, that you're all so young. And Shelley, you love that I do that. You know I love you. Okay, here we go. First off, I want to remind everybody the ways to stay in touch with the school district, westcarrolltonschools.com, our Facebook page, West Carrollton City Schools, X at WC City Schools, and Instagram at WC_City Schools. You're going to see more information as we proceed through the summer. 1st of August, especially, we're going to have more dates, more information out there, so please be watching that. Also, our website will be changing soon to add the elementary. And we want to congratulate the class of 2025, remind them you'll always be pirates. It's a lovely ceremony. And, odd things were happening around the school district at the end of the year, so here we go.
That's cute.
I didn't know a shark could run. I don't know what the green things are, but yeah. Anyway, as far as we know, they're still running around West Carrollton. If you see anything, just let us know. So I wanted to make it short and sweet tonight, but I wanted to share some pirate thoughts and pictures. Tell me something fun you learned.
I did learn about clocks.
Clocks. Did you learn to tell time? What else?
Needs and wants.
Needs and wants. Can you tell me the difference?
Well, if you get a puppy, that means you want them, but they need you.
Do you have another example?
If you want candy, then you want it, but it's not going to help you survive.
First thing he's done in second grade.
Getting on computers.
So you like computers. Is there something your teacher is always telling you?
Yeah. To be quiet.
Are you looking forward to the new elementary school?
Yes, actually. I'm not looking forward to summer because I love school so much.
Okay, so be safe, be respectful, be responsible, have a kind summer. You can see kindness is magic. And that is all I have this evening.
Thank you so much.
Hey Janine, whoever that little boy was that said he's sad about summer, let's touch base with him in 3 or 4 years.
Oh, I touch base with him all the time. He and his sister, they're fun to talk to. So yeah, I'll stay in touch.
All right. Well, and it's pretty amazing, right? Because a lot of you out here, pretty much all of you out here, feel the same way we do when you see those kids and you see the growth and the amazing things that they're doing. It really kind of brings a smile to your face. I know it does for us. So I'm pretty excited. This next part is going to be our recognition of retiring employees or retired employees. Are you good to go? Okay. I didn't know if you had anything to say before we get started. Or?
All right, so if you're here, go ahead and stand up while we read about your information, and then at the end, you will walk up to the podium to receive your special gift.
And before you leave, please hang around for just a little bit. I want to get a group picture outside before you go. Thank you.
That's what I was waiting for. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll start right along.
All right, so our first one is Cindy Arnold. After 11 years of nurturing young hearts and brightening little lives, Cindy Arnold is retiring from her role as a beloved preschool attendant in West Carrollton. Cindy's kindness, patience, and unwavering dedication make her a constant source of comfort and joy for both students and families. Her gentle presence and loving care created a safe, welcoming environment where children could grow, explore, and thrive. Cindy's impact will be felt for generations, and her legacy of compassion will remain a cherished part of our school community. We thank her wholeheartedly and wish her all the happiness in this next chapter of her life. Cindy looks forward to more family time, especially with her grandchildren.
All right. And sadly, Cindy's not here, but we will definitely get her bell to her. I'm pretty excited about this one. Lori, I'm going to try your last name. You know I can never get it right. Is it Bayless? Bayless. I can never get that right.
They finally spelled it right like my last month of school.
We made it right at the end. Better late than never. All right, Lori. Lori is truly special, dedicating her 35-year career to West Carrollton. She has prepared students for life beyond graduation, genuinely caring about their success, and always keeps in touch with them after graduation. Lori believes with the right tools, students are resilient and can overcome anything to become or to be successful. Her most significant roles held during her career were vocational program creator, botany program coordinator, leisure club advisor, food drive coordinator, All Stars talent show advisors, and support our troops coordinator. It's a lot, right? Her proudest accomplishments were in 1994, she started the vocational program here at the high school. Some of our students with special needs were missing necessary life skills and functional academic skills needed to be successful after high school. She created a curriculum that included functional academics, travel training on the RTA, real-life practice, ordering in restaurants, social skills, and numerous work experience locations. The program was duplicated in other school districts and then became what is now our World of Work program. Lori and her students built the garden area at the high school, revitalized the courtyard with garden spaces around the building, and they also installed a flower garden at the stadium. Lori hopes her colleagues remember how she valued their relationships. She looks forward to talking to them in the hall, hearing stories about their family, crying with them, laughing with them, and sharing all the other special moments. She hopes the Leisure Club, all-star staff, and students remember all the fun they had and all the great experiences they shared. During retirement, Lori looks forward to traveling, helping her children of her 5 youngest grandchildren, and continuing her dedication to volunteerism. You're incredible, Lori. Thank you so much.
Stephanie Carter. Stephanie Carter, beloved art teacher at West Carrollton Schools, is retiring after a remarkable career dedicated to inspiring creativity and confidence in her students. With passion, patience, and a true artist heart, Stephanie transformed her classroom into a vibrant space where imagination flourished and every child felt valued. Her ability to nurture artistic expression while encouraging individuality has left a lasting mark on countless young lives. Stephanie's legacy lives on in the creativity she sparked and the joy she brought to learning. We thank her for her years of service and wish her retirement as colorful and fulfilling as the art she helped her students create. Vicki Coberly. We proudly celebrate the retirement of Vicki Coberly, whose 24 years of dedicated service have left an enduring legacy in the West Carrollton School District. Vicki has been a shining example of compassion, professionalism, and commitment, consistently going above and beyond to support her students, colleagues, and school community. Her steady presence, warm heart, and unwavering belief in the potential of every child have made a lasting difference in countless lives. As she closes this meaningful chapter, we thank Vicki for her remarkable contributions and wish her all the happiness and relaxation she so richly deserves. Her impact will continue to echo through the halls of West Carrollton for years to come. During retirement, Vicki looks forward to more family time, especially at the beach.
Miss Edie Hall is a graduate of West Carrollton High School. She earned her bachelor's degree from Wright State University and a master's degree from the University of Dayton. She began her teaching career in the Fairborn School District. From there, she obtained a teaching position back at home here in West Carrollton. Over her career, Edie has taught at Frank Nicholas, C.F. Holliday, and Harold Schnell, where she finished her career. She has taught second grade, special education, and was a reading specialist throughout her time here. Outside of teaching, Edie enjoys spending time with her friends and family. She has been married to her husband Doug for 34 years. She is the proud mother of Troy and Travis and has 2 beautiful granddaughters, Amelia and Addie. Congratulations on a wonderful career.
Genevieve Harvey. With deep appreciation and admiration, we honor the retirement of Genevieve Harvey, a true pillar of the West Carrollton education community. Throughout 31 years of dedicated service, Genevieve has poured her heart into her work, uplifting students with patience, encouragement, and a passion for learning. Genevieve is most proud of the relationships she built with families and children, which is one of ours because she had one of the Miller boys. Which reminded her that she made a difference in their lives. Her calm presence, insightful guidance, and unwavering commitment to excellence have left a lasting impact on everyone fortunate enough to learn from or work alongside her. Genevieve's most important lesson learned during her career was, the child is not the problem. The problem is the problem. Every child needs respect and love before they can learn. Some come to us with full hearts and abundant confidence, and others are hungry for affirmation, unsure of their value. We have to meet each student where they are and not where we want them to be. As Genevieve begins this new and well-earned chapter of life, we thank her for the legacy of kindness, knowledge, and inspiration she leaves behind. West Carrollton is better because of her, and her influence will be felt for years to come. During her retirement, Genevieve looks forward to volunteering with Four Paws for Ability, getting to visit her daughter more. Genevieve will continue her passion for education by fulfilling a lifelong dream of working with young children in an outdoor, nature-based preschool. Congratulations.
All right, Annette Jarnigan. Thank you, Annette, for 20 years of dedicated custodial service. Annette was like an unseen hero. She never complained, always came to work ready to do her job. She was very kind to those that she met. She did her job very well, and we never received a complaint from anyone about her quality of work or from anyone who worked with her. She definitely will be missed by many people.
Lloyd Kemper. Lloyd Kemper is retiring from West Carrollton Schools after years of dedicated service as a trusted and hardworking custodian. Known for his reliability, friendly demeanor, and tireless work ethic, Lloyd took pride in keeping our schools clean, safe, and welcoming for student and staff alike. His behind-the-scene efforts made a daily difference, and his presence brought a sense of stability and care to the school community. As Lloyd begins this well-deserved new chapter, we extend our deepest gratitude for his commitment and wish him all the best in retirement. May it be filled with rest, joy, and plenty of time to enjoy life's simple pleasures.
All right, Sheila Kemper. Thank you, Sheila Kemper, for 45 years of dedicated service. Sheila has to be one of the kindest-hearted people I know. We were fortunate to be able to have her as part of our transportation family as long as we did. She loved her students very much and looked forward to seeing them daily. She has set the bar high for those of us who remain. We will miss her smile and warm heart.
Gail Kerr. Gail has dedicated 34 years, her entire career, of teaching to West Carrollton schools, teaching at both the middle and high schools. In that time, she has coached volleyball, served as the health PE department chair and instructional coach, and on the athletic board of control committee, to name a few. Most importantly, Gail has worked to develop relationships with all the students who come through her door. She has gone out of her way to help students who struggle both academically and personally. She has spent her resources, both time and money, to take care of her students. She is passionate about teaching healthy living, yes, but she is also very passionate about making every student feel comfortable and loved in her classroom. Gail stated she has learned more than she has taught, and to never judge a book by its cover. Start all over if too many kids didn't get it. Try again until they do. This is what sets her apart as an educator. She is kind, caring, and loving to every student who walks into her room, whether that be in the gymnasium or the health room. Our students are lucky to have such a loving adult in their corner. During her retirement, Gail looks forward to traveling more and spending more time with her family. Congratulations.
As we celebrate the 27 years Dawn spent as an educator with West Carrollton School, we thank her for her patience, dedication, and passion for teaching. Dawn was a 4th and 5th grade teacher, a math pentathlon coach, a STEM teacher, and a drum club coach. Dawn was nominated for Ohio Teacher of the Year. Dawn believes strongly that every child is unique and different. You need to embrace and nurture those differences. Every child is capable of great learning. Dawn was a great supporter and facilitator of all of the students. She cherished the amazing life-changing power of the aha moments, and those will stay with her forever. The connections and relationships created during each teaching career have made her into the teacher she is today. During her retirement, Dawn looks forward to less stress, more sun, and more family time. She is also excited to travel abroad and live in Florida. Thank you, Dawn.
Renee May. As we celebrate the retirement of Mrs. May, we want to recognize the incredible heart and spirit she brought to our school community. She cared deeply for every student who walked through our doors and was always ready to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. Her warmth, compassion, and willingness to go above and beyond made her a treasured part of our team. While her title was secretary, her true role was that of a school caretaker, someone who made our building feel like home. We are so grateful for her years of service and wish her all the best in this next chapter.
Darla Myers. We celebrate the remarkable 33-year career of Darla Myers, whose dedication and heart have left an unforgettable mark on the West Carrollton community. For years, Darla has gone above and beyond to educate, inspire, and support her students, colleagues, and families with compassion and excellence. Her genuine care, tireless work ethic, and unwavering positivity have made her not only an outstanding educator, but also a beloved mentor and friend. As she steps into retirement, we honor the legacy she leaves behind, a legacy of kindness, leadership, and countless lives changed for the better. My son being one, I see a pattern here. Thank you, Darla, for your extraordinary service. West Carrollton is forever grateful. Congratulations.
All right, Miss Tina Pett. Tina began her employment at West Carrollton Schools in 1999 as a part-time cook. Tina worked her way up the ranks as a full-time cook, then head cook. 2010, she assumed the role of food service supervisor. Tina is a graduate of West Carrollton High School. Prior to joining our food service department, Tina was employed as a dog groomer, then as a self-employed baker and cake decorator, and in 2009 completed an undergraduate program in student nutrition from the University of Southern Mississippi. And it says here, go Golden Eagles. proud Eagles. Also, in 2009, West Carrollton High School awarded Tina the Crystal Apple Award for playing a significant role in helping our students. Tina was always looking for ways to improve the nutrition options for our students, including taste testing sessions, which I was a part of. Love that. Free breakfast offerings, share tables, and more. Tina would be enjoying her retirement by fixing up her house and continuing to travel and discover new adventures and opportunities. We wish Tina the best of luck in retirement.
Donna Phillips. When speaking of Donna's colleagues, or to Donna's colleagues, a common theme was evident. Everyone shared the same reflection and sentiment. Collectively, fellow teachers and staff stated the following: it has been an absolute pleasure to know and work alongside Donna over the years. She is, without a doubt, one of the most dedicated pirates we've ever known. Donna's journey with West Carrollton began as a proud pirate parent, raising 4 children who all graduated from the district. Donna began her 24 years as a pirate educator as an intervention specialist at Frank Nicholas Elementary, later servicing at CF Holiday and currently at the intermediate school. Over the years, Donna has worn many hats: coach, tutor, student council advisor, and summer school teacher, always bringing energy, creativity, and a can-do spirit to every role. She excludes positivity, never complains, and treats everyone she meets with kindness and respect. Her impact on students and colleagues alike are immeasurable. Donna is grateful for the mentor teachers and good principals she has worked with over the years. She credits them for molding her into the teacher she is today. During her retirement, Donna looks forward to the freedom in her daily schedule, being able to work out in the morning and having lunches longer than 20 minutes. She is also excited for daily walks on the beach and water aerobics classes. West Carrollton has been incredibly fortunate to have Donna as a part of our pirate family. While we're sad to see her retire, we're hopeful we haven't seen the last of her. She would make an amazing substitute. West Carrollton has always been incredibly fortunate to have Donna as part of our pirate family, and we're sad, and they redid that whole thing again. So, thank you, Donna, for everything. You've truly made a difference. Congratulations.
I know him as Mr. Price, but this is for Chris. When Chris Price set sail on his pirate voyage in August of 2008, the world looked very different. The first Iron Man movie had just premiered. The first black president was on the cusp of an election, and the latest iPhone cost around $200. Wow, not like that anymore. Little could he have imagined just how the world and his career will evolve over the next 2 decades. From the start, Chris was a caring and committed educator. Over the years, he took a wide variety of teaching and leadership roles across the district, always guided by one constant, his deep commitment to doing what is best for the students. He has been a trusted mentor, a valued collaborator, and a tireless advocate for West Carrollton's youngest people. Chris is one of the rare few who has held leadership positions across nearly every grade level, from 2nd grade to high school. He began his journey at the former C.F. Holiday Elementary, transitioned to the middle school, returned to the elementary, and later served as assistant principal at the high school. No matter the role, he remained steadfast in his dedication to West Carrollton schools. His longest tenure was at the middle school, where he had become known as the true jack of all trades. Through only an administrator, his responsibilities often went far and beyond the job description. He handled everything from locker repairs to lunch duty hall, recess, and bathroom monitoring. Whether it was enforcing the dress code or managing cell phone usage, Chris was always there, visible, dependable, and committed. He played a pivotal role in implementing PBIS at the West Carrollton Middle School and was an active member of both building and district leadership teams. As a former principal, Doug Mesher shared, Chris is one of the most loyal assistant principals I have ever worked with. To be an effective educator, one must build strong connections, and Chris excelled in that. His heart never wavered from doing what's best for students. In every building he entered, he quietly but powerfully worked to make the place where students and staff felt seen, supportive, and safe. Chris Price embodies the spirit of a true West Carrollton pirate. As he embarks on his new chapter, we celebrate his incredible service and thank him for sailing with us all these years. He will be deeply missed, but his impact will sail on. Thank you, Chris.
Lori Shores. Thank you, Lori, for 29 years of dedicated service. Lori was a very reliable, dependable, and hardworking driver. She did her job well, meeting every challenge with courage, and I like this word for a bus driver, tenacity. She was well received by her coworkers, building relationships with many, and she has a great sense of humor and a very creative side. She does some outstanding craft and art projects, and we wish her all the best and a very happy retirement.
Kathy Van Dyke. Kathy Van Dyke is a lifelong pirate. She's a graduate of the class of '86 and returned to West Carrollton to be a teacher. Throughout her 34-year career, Kathy has taught various math courses in addition to her title of teacher. Kathy has helped run the auditorium, kept the score books and stats, coached, oversaw the Athletic Hall of Fame, volunteered in the school garden, worked with the homecoming parade, assisted with spring musicals, as well as the numerous other roles around the district. Kathy Van Dyke has made a lasting impact on our schools and in the community. Ms. Van Dyke often attended sporting events, musicals, plays, and special events to support her students outside of the classroom. Co-workers have described Kathy as someone always willing to lend a hand, offer advice, answer any questions, share a laugh, and unlock your office or classroom when you forgot your keys. Her years of service and educating our community are deeply appreciated. Thank you, Kathy, for all your hard work, dedication, and time poured into our student and community over the years. We will miss you and wish you well in retirement. Remember, you're forever a pirate. Kathy would like to thank her mother for putting up with her through the good days and the not so good days. During her retirement, Kathy looks forward to reading non-educational books, traveling, and volunteering. We are looking for volunteers.
Oh, man. All right, Jenny, I'm gonna mess up yours as well. Jenny Vogt? I never get it right. All right, Jenny Vogt dedicated 33 years of her life to teaching. She has taught at every building in West Carrollton City School District at some point during her career. While she enjoyed each grade and the experiences that came with them, she cherished her time in the preschool the most. Jenny quickly found love for special education and has been an intervention specialist for her entire career. Her time in education was incredibly impactful and touched the lives and hearts of her students, as well as their families. Jenny was always diligent about creating a fun and effective learning environment. While her presence in the district will be missed, we wish her the best in her retirement journey. During retirement, Jenny hopes to enjoy each day in the fullest, reading, spending time with her family and friends, traveling, and relaxing. Congratulations.
Shelley Ward. Thank you, Shelley Ward, for 30 years of dedicated service to the West Carrollton Transportation Department. Shelley was always willing to step in and lend a hand whenever needed. Her kids loved her down-to-earth, genuine, and caring attitude, often helping them in other areas of their lives. We are fortunate to have her back, subbing for us from time to time, and will truly appreciate her. Thanks, Shelley.
Really, thank you all. I don't know if anyone has anything else to add, but it's incredible to see the amazing work that you guys have done in impacting the lives of our kids here. You truly are very passionate and impactful folks that really made a difference. So I really do appreciate you guys, and I know the rest of the board does as well.
What a legacy you all leave behind.
Yes. You, big,
Amazing,
tall
amazing.
shoes to fill.
Yes.
You guys are
It
incredible.
will not be easy for us.
So at this point, I'm guessing it's photo time for you guys.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so we can leave.
Oh my goodness.
And I hope to be hearing those bells out there. Yeah.
Hey, we love you,
Thank you. Really. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Gail, you were just so pretty. She was such a pretty girl.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
See ya. I got a little while to go. All right. Well, we're gonna be moving right along with our presentation. So you got a hard one to follow. Huh?
I know. Not as exciting at all.
Yeah. Well, it's all you, Becky, for the idea and, of course, the Disabilities Education Act.
Sure. I'm going to cover both, I think it's B and C.
Yes.
Okay. So, based on law as well as just an annual report. We need to report annually and seek public input on how we use our IDEA funds from the federal government to support our students with special education needs. So just as a reminder, whose idea is it anyway? What is IDEA? It's the Individuals with Disabilities Act. It's a federal law that governs special education related services for students with disabilities. And under that, we as a district have to ensure the provision of a free and appropriate public education for all students, including students with disabilities. And like I said, that we need to share how we use our funds that we receive from the federal government. So that's what I'm going to talk about next. Students that receive funds fall under many different classifications and can qualify for special education. There's 13 different categories, and they're all listed here. I won't read them to you, but just in case you're interested. So it's an array of students that need support, additional support from just what we provide in general education. And some students require a lot more than other students based on their eligibility classification. And in West Carrollton, we service students in 3 different buckets. One is K-12, so we roughly have about 618 students. This was just pulled from EMIS as our current data, but it fluctuates as students enroll and withdraw. We last year had 60 students with special needs in our preschool that were serviced in our preschool setting, and that's 3 and 4-year-olds. And then we also have students who live within our district but attend schools at different locations throughout the state. The way we get our money through the federal government, like I said, is roughly under $1 million, about $900,000 we receive for IDEA money. The rest came from the state, some state allocations, and then pulled from the general fund. Just a reminder, so you're looking at $900,000 from the federal government. We spent almost $11 million in supporting our students with special needs across the district. So it's definitely expensive, but much needed for supports for our students and for all kids. And in terms of how we spend the money, almost, I would say 90% goes to, or I don't know exact percentages, but most of it is staffing. So we have 57 intervention specialists. We just saw 6 go who are just retired, which I'm like, oh no. So we're replacing intervention specialists, but we need a lot of teachers to help support students with disabilities. Students with disabilities also require classroom assistants, attendants to support them in the least restrictive environment, which is in our schools. We have job coaches, sign language interpreters, school psychs in each of our buildings, speech pathologists. We have 2 just dedicated preschool, 4 occupational therapists in the district, and 1.5 physical therapists. So those are all the different types of folks that we employ and how we use our money. In preschool alone, we have, like I said, 2 speech pathologists, 6 intervention specialists, 6 assistants, 3 attendants, occupational therapy, a school psych that oversees just preschool. So preschool is a big undertaking, and we have a great program here in West Carrollton. And then we also have students, like I said, in contracted placement, so that are outside of our district, even though they live within our district, to get even more supports. Maybe we weren't able to provide the supports that they needed here in-house. We have students in Warren County, Montgomery County, Greene County, St. Rita School for the Deaf, Ohio School for the Blind, and Iron Baptist. In addition to providing, using our monies for staffing and placements, we also provide special transportation. We have contracted employees through the Montgomery County ESC. We use the Autism Assessment Team, which is a great service offered by our Montgomery County ESC and the Educational Assessment Team. And then there's classroom supplies and special equipment that come with supporting our students with disabilities. Okay. Any questions about how we support our students with special needs before I move into student wellness and success and the Disadvantaged People Impact Fund Plan. Okay,
I think we're good.
questions? No? All right. All right, now moving on, this is the next piece that we also need to share with our school board and solicit from the public regarding how we spend money. We do receive money from the state under student wellness and success, and then we also receive additional money from the state. It's the Disadvantaged People Impact Fund, which is really can be used to service students who that are coming with some disadvantages, and how we use it is really to support reading instruction. So for student wellness and success funds, we use all that money to have in-house school-based mental health therapists through Samaritan, as well as school-based nursing services. So we have a really comprehensive program of mental health in our therapy in our district, as well as having school nurses, either RNs or LPNs in each building, is really helpful. So that's how we use those funds. And then for the DPIA, or the Disadvantaged People Impact Aid, we have used those funds to hire additional intervention staff to provide reading intervention in grades K-8, as well as at the high school level, we are using those funds for credit recovery programs. So we have a lot of credit recovery programs to prevent dropout prevention efforts to help with graduation. Okay, anything else with that and how we spend our money there? Questions about that? Okay. And then last is the semi-annual bullying and harassment reporting. These are just the reports that are submitted either through administration or parents through the form, and our numbers are fairly low in terms of incidents of bullying, harassment, intimidation, and then reports. So the middle school had 5 incidents reported in June, 2 of harassment, so the middle school seemed to have the most, and then 3 for bullying, but those were not confirmed after the investigation. And then the elementaries had a few as well. So Schnell and Russell had 2 reports as well. Any questions about that?
I just have a comment. Yeah. So these are confirmed using the state and federal CTAG form. So we've all been trained on the reporting, and then there's a process that we have to follow to confirm these suspected harassment and bullying instances.
I have a question. How easy is it to fill out those CTAG forms? Are they pretty lengthy forms? Are they hard to?
For us, they are. They're not for anybody who reports. So sometimes we'll get a report from the ODE website. Sometimes we'll get a report from a student or a parent, and then we have to start filling out forms. They're very lengthy.
Right. Because I'm guessing it would be impressive if there's actually not that many, but I'm sure there's more. It's just unreported. I would suspect
It's very easy.
I'm like, I don't know if the student reps.
Bullying, harassment, intimidation, but when you go really down deep into what the definitions are,
Right.
using the CTAG form, often as a principal, you would find that it's just somebody being mean.
Right.
Like a lot, right? So
Right.
bullying is over time, where it's very targeted, yes, repetitive, and can be very harmful, and the kids are pretty good about, kids are mean, but they're not bullies.
Right.
And most of the time, right? So, so we have had a few instances, but it's not pervasive in the district.
I see. Well, and I think that's the interesting question, right? Is like, you would think that, I'm sure most of it is just a one time, something happens and people move on, but it's that low that there's repetitive, like, bullying that happens? That, like, it's just not that common?
I would say it's not common for one student for somebody to actually be identified as a bully.
Right.
Given the amount of prevention efforts that have gone into anti-bullying, it's actually
Pretty low.
pretty low.
It's just a lot more kids just being mean in the moment.
Yeah, and one-off, and then kids have hard feelings, and our administrators process, they follow, investigate, they do restore circles, restore relationships.
things like that.
Yeah, there's still consequences, it just is typically not bullying because most kids don't do it again.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any questions?
Do we have any numbers on how many kids thought they were being bullied? I mean, those numbers are the ones that were confirmed bullied by your definition, right?
Those are, well, no, I reported on the ones that were actually reported in the system, and then none were confirmed after we did the investigation.
Do we have any
It'd be interesting to, I know what you're saying, like the students who,
feel like, or they consider
Right.
themselves to be being bullied or someone being mean to them?
I would say the best way to do that or go about kind of measuring that would be through, we do use Panorama, like a student survey each year. We give it at the beginning and end of the year, and it asks questions about really, do I feel safe in my school? You know, do I have a positive adult role model? So we could look into like, seeing if we should add a question about, do I feel bullied, and how often do I feel bullied in school? Yeah, they solicit more input. Yeah.
It just seems, or it appears from what you hear at the grocery store and through the gossip ring, that bullying and being mean is a much bigger problem than those statistics seem to show.
I would
So,
agree.
yeah, so I was just wondering, is it the definition
Right.
that's making the difference? Is
Right.
it people not reporting? Where's that disconnect coming from? And
I
you
think
probably
it's
can't
more
answer
that they're not formally reporting it on where we're pulling data from.
Okay.
And I just know from personally as a principal, like bullying was used often. And it's, when you really look into the definition in our board policy, and when someone was claiming that I was bullied, I'm like, well, you've been harmed and we're gonna repair the relationship, but you haven't been technically bullied because it was over time and severity that it is in the policy. Does that make sense?
Interesting. Anyone else have any questions? No? Well, thank you. All right, well, we'll move along here. We're gonna move to item number 9, which talks about some financial items.
Thank you. I ask that the board approve items 9A through 9D as presented.
So moved.
Second.
All right, you wanna add anything, Ryan?
For 9B, it relates to the construction projects. When we entered into the construction projects, one of the requirements is that from 2024 through 2040, the year 2046, we have to transfer about $227,000 into a separate fund. It's Fund 034 on our books. And so that the point of that transfer is for us to demonstrate to OSCC that we're putting money into a maintenance fund that will be there to address just, major, could be minor or major updates or, repairs to the buildings in the future. So, so this, as I said, so this will be an annual requirement, and that dollar amount comes from our permanent improvement fund. So we get about $825,000 a year from our permanent improvement, and then we take the 227 from that. So then that leaves us with about $600,000 per year in our permanent improvement fund. And on the financial reports, these are 11. So we're 11 months into the year. So these are the reports July through May, and we're looking to end the year better than the forecast that we approved in November of 2024. So nothing out of the ordinary regarding the other financial items. So.
Well, and I also appreciate you getting us our Keith Faber traffic light. I forget who asked for that.
I did.
Was that you that asked for that?
I asked.
So I'm excited to actually take a look at that. That's I see a lot of green lights, which is good.
Yeah,
So
good, we're green.
I'll take a green light any day.
Mm-hmm.
So this is So this is based, I mean, as you read, I mean, every district, I guess, got a financial health indicator report, and it's based on your 2023, 2024 audit, and, I mean, a lot of it is, I mean, in 23, 24, I mean, our revenues were greater than our expenses, so I mean, that's one reason why it's all green, so it's, I mean, it's a good report, but it's, you know, it's kind of old, you know,
Well, sure.
but it's based on the 23, 24 school year.
Right.
And but green is better than red.
Yeah, right.
And when will the 24-25 come out?
That's what I was asking.
I mean, this, you know, this came out, it says April 30, so I don't know if it'll take them 10, you know, I don't know. You would like to think they would be done with it sooner than April.
You would think so.
And yeah.
So I don't know the exact answer. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. Well, that's always good.
Good, thank you.
And we're always grateful for the donation in item D as well. That's always great to see as well. All right, well, we'll move on for a vote then.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
All right, and then item number 10 also deals with some treasury items about appropriation resolution. Right?
I ask that the board adopt the temporary appropriation resolution at the fund level for fiscal year 2025, 2026 as presented.
So moved.
Second?
Easy enough. You want to just kind of talk about that a little bit more?
I gave you the one-page handout. So this is just the starting budget for the 12 months starting July 1st for the next school year. And it has all of our different funds. So this is, you know, the budget, the starting budget, and it'll be amended as we go through the year, obviously. The general fund numbers are, so the revenues are the exact same numbers I had on our 5-year forecast at our May meeting. And then the expenditure number is $340,000 lower than what I had at the forecast because of our Montgomery County ESC contract. It came in lower than what I was guessing it was going to be about a month ago. The Montgomery County ESC contract it's on the agenda here later. So down at the very bottom, just summarizing the general fund on the bottom right-hand corners. So the forecast at that time had revenues being about 2.6 million lower than the estimated expenditures, and with that change to the Montgomery County ESC, so now I'm looking at revenues being about 2.3 million less than estimated expenditures. Hopefully it comes in better than that, but I mean, the good thing is that, you know, our projected deficit did get $340,000 smaller because of the ESC contracts.
All right. If there's no more discussion, we'll move for a vote.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
All right. Item number 11 deals with personnel items. Kevin?
Good evening.
Good evening.
The superintendent recommends that the board approve the list of personnel items 11A through 11J, and then 11K and 11J on the addendum.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. And just to clarify, it's 11L on the addendum, not 11J, correct?
It's 11L.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure. Is there any more discussion that you would like with that?
No.
I know Miss Julie's on there, which is, I guess it's official now. And then I wanted to say Kevin Donahue was a really, really good teacher. I also heard the same with Joel Seiler, so I just kind of want to give him a hearty goodbye because I know they're pretty incredible people. So if there's no other discussion,
I would add, it looks like a larger number, and as I looked at the numbers today, I do. We have 30 teachers or 30 people in the teaching ranks leaving. When you look at the job board on the consortium in the county, there's 72 administrative jobs posted right now, which is probably the most I've seen in about 7 years. I think the larger part of that is the shift in STRS to 32 years. My 10 years in this position specifically, 13 retirements is double with the average that we have. So in the next 5 years, it will stay at 32, at least that's what we think right now. The push is to move it back to 30 as it was 15, 16, 17 years ago. That's the goal, but we'll see. So it's at 32 now, and it will stay there for the next 5 years. But how that affects the teaching ranks, what we're experiencing here is similar to my peers in the other 15 school districts in Montgomery County. So it looks a lot worse than what it really is. We're still hiring about 22 people, which is pretty average. We hire about between 15 and 20 per year. So we'll be about 22 this year.
All right. Thank you. All right, if there's no other discussion, we'll move on for a vote.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shopton,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
All right. We're moving on to item number 12, which deals with one personnel item. Devin?
Pretty sure June made me sick. The superintendent recommends that the board approve the listed personnel item on 12A.
So moved.
Second.
When the head coach was approved, the salary schedule was different. It was prior to negotiations. So we need to amend that.
All right. We'll move on for a vote.
Mrs. Shopton,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Abstain.
Mr. Mundy.
Yes. Okay, we're moving on to item number 13, which deals with the suspension of contract for an administrator. David?
The superintendent recommends that the board approve the suspension of the contract for the listed individual due to reorganization and/or consolidation of administrative functions.
So moved.
Second.
Would you like to add anything to that?
Sure. In my tenure in this is my 13th year, we've lost about 700 kids, so 4,011 in 2013. We're moving from 7 buildings now to 4, and we have to make adjustments to remain fiscally responsible. And unfortunately, this is one of those adjustments that needed to occur.
Okay. Without any further discussion, we'll move on for a vote.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shopton.
Yes.
All right. Item number 14 deals with the Montgomery County Educational Service Center. Becky?
The superintendent recommends that the board approve the 2025-2026 agreement with the Montgomery County Educational Service Center as presented.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to add, Becky?
I think I talked a lot about that in the presentation, about how we rely on Montgomery County Education Service Center
That was a
for
good
all those
presentation.
services for our students. I have the next one as well, number 15. You have to
Oh,
say it.
yeah, well, we can let's take a vote first, and then
Yes.
we'll move on.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
She's trying to get it all done, ain't she? Yeah, she's in a hurry. Ryan, we'll move for a vote.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shopton,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson.
Yes.
All right, I'll let you talk about item number 15 now.
All right, number
Yeah.
15. Superintendent recommends that the board approve the quotation for the behavior
So moved.
Second.
All right. Anything to add with that one?
This is just a service we provide for our students, for behavior supports that require tier 3 supports for student behavior.
All right. Easy enough. We'll go for a vote.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Yes.
Okay.
I
And
can do 16.
uh,
Oh, Julia.
Either way, I can do it.
you guys can share. It doesn't matter. Item number 16 deals with the Hamilton County Educational Service Center.
Okay, the superintendent recommends that the board approve the 2024, 2025, and 2025-2026 agreement with the Hamilton County Education Service Center for ESL consulting services as presented.
So moved. Second.
I'm gonna tag.
There you go. Tag in.
I'll tag in. Maria has been here and presented to all of you about our ESL program. And we will continue that partnership with her, and she will continue maintaining 1 day a week to help our families. We're very excited to continue.
And Julie wanted me to share how much growth the EL students have made with Marie. This year, we went from, like, over the course of, since 2019, exiting students, we've gone from 7 to 14 students this year who have exited the program. And then we went from, just roughly about 45% of students meeting their English language proficiency growth to this year 53%. So it's definitely a valuable resource to have Marie in the district.
Well, that's good to hear. If there's no other discussion, we'll move on for a vote.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
Okay. Item number 17 deals with Kettering Health Sports and their partnership with us. So, Jack?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, the superintendent recommends that the board approve the First Amendment to the Sports Medicine Wellness Education Services and Sponsorship Agreement with Kettering Health Sports Medicine as presented. It'll go through June 30th of 2028.
So moved. Second.
Yeah, can you explain this a little bit?
Sure.
We signed a contract last year, it was a 1-year contract, that we had an amendment to that contract, and they've decided to, moving forward this year, they're gonna hold that price the same, no price increase for the same services. So we said, yeah, sure, we'll jump all over that one again, and sign up for them again. They provide our trainer services, plus some education for our coaches and our students, along with some options for scholarships. And they also provide a person to help in our weight room with our athletes doing fitness training on that part, which has been a huge benefit to our student athletes.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of really good things, at least about the guy that is in
Right.
Right,
our trainer, he does a wonderful job. He just sent out an email to all of us coaches about his hours this summer.
Oh, wow.
So that, and he's constantly helping us navigate through high humidity, high temperatures. We have apps on our phones that are used, the bulb measurement. So if ever we need him, he's available.
Isn't that something? Well, that's good to hear. It seems like this has been a fantastic partnership, which is great. So, okay, well, if there's no other discussion, we'll move for a vote, right?
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy.
Yes. Okay, item number 18 deals with the bell time schedules. Jack?
Yes, the superintendent recommends that the board approve as presented the bell time schedule for the 2025-2026 school year.
So moved. Second.
Did it change too much? Or?
There's some minor changes to it this year. I will say this is only for 1 year because once we consolidate the middle school into the high school, we'll probably have some major shifts in a couple of these. But for this year, the main changes are we're taking the middle school, we're bringing them in 5 minutes earlier next year. The high school will be coming in 10 minutes earlier, which is more in line with what they used to be until just a couple years ago. And then we are backing up the ECC also, and we're bringing those kids in 15 minutes earlier, so they'll release 15 minutes earlier. And I think that'll We have to do this to accommodate the 2-4 building with Russell and Schnell being combined, and to work the bell schedules on this site so that we can do middle school, and then we can do the 2-4 building, and then the ECC without a huge traffic bottleneck right here in this back parking lot, which is what we're trying to avoid. So Kathy Allen, our transportation coordinator, worked really hard on this schedule, and I feel pretty comfortable with this, that this will work out.
That's great. And I guess I have a question. If, let's say, it doesn't work as well as we're hoping, I'm guessing we can change this to.
We can do some minor shifts to it. We're within 5 or 10 minutes of where we normally are, and we have a pretty good idea of what the ridership's going to be, because we can use past history on that. So we know what our ridership is, how many buses will run, and how long it will take to run a bus route.
Right.
You know, we know that the longest bus route from this location here will be the one that goes up to Mrs. Miller's area, because you have the most time on the road.
Right.
The good news about that is, because we're putting more kids in a smaller area because we're handling one school, once we start picking up the first kid, you know, it's a pretty short route, because we'll fill that bus up quicker because we're putting Russell and Schnell students together. So that'll help us. But we're pretty confident that we can make this work on this. Unless they keep digging up, you know, I don't know, Dixie right there by Dryden Road, and we run into more traffic delays or something like that happens. But you know, we'll deal with those things when they come.
Good, because I know with new buildings, there's so many uncertainties that you try to make certain, but you just never know sometimes. So I like the confidence, that's for sure.
Just so you know, if it doesn't work, I know the manager at Chick-fil-A, and they got it down to an art. I can give her a call, and
Here we go. We'll take a Chick-fil-A route if we have to.
Oh, no, they do.
I'll eat the food.
They're very good.
Well, City Health,
They know what they're doing.
one of our retirees, who's also subbing as a bus driver for us, is also working at Chick-fil-A, so maybe we can bring her into the next
we're
series.
telling you,
Okay.
tag team it, done.
Okay.
All right. Well, with no other discussion, we'll move right on for a vote. All right.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mendel,
Yes.
Mrs. Shocker.
Yes.
All right. Item number 19, which is off of our addendum, deals with a building resolution. Jack?
I didn't realize that was me, I thought that was Ryan.
Oh.
That's okay. No, the superintendent recommends that the West Carrollton Board of Education approve as presented the resolution amending a prior resolution number 2025-88 to correct co-funded and locally funded amounts in GMP amendment numbers 4.1 and 5.1 to the CMR agreement with Shook Construction Company for the CFAP project.
So moved.
Second.
All right.
It is a lot of words to say that we had to, we're amending this because of some of the demolition on this first phase will be considered LFI because it came in a little bit over budget. We're hoping this corrects itself at the end of the project because currently the middle school demolition is slated to be about $1 million under budget.
Okay.
And that's already bid. So what we have to do until we realize that revenue coming back in or that $1 million surplus, we have to okay it as an expenditure for us, and then we will reduce that expenditure with the reduced amount of that.
Makes sense.
Does that sound right, Ryan?
Yeah.
They treat them as 3 separate projects, and they wouldn't give us credit for the fact that the middle school came in way, way under budget.
Interesting.
They never do when you deal with the state.
Initially, they did treat it that way, but then it was one of those on second thought, we're gonna ask for something a little bit different on that. So that's why we're coming back to amend the initial bid on that. So.
I see.
Do we know when demolition's going to start?
For Schnell, right now, demolition is slated to begin on July 16th.
Okay.
Now, you'll see them next week. They've been in that building already working, inside the building, working on some of the universal waste they have to remove. And then next week, they will begin on some of the site demolition on the outside of the building, making room for the baseball and tennis, because they'll have to remove some of the trees and do some of the outdoor structures, light poles in the parking lots, things like that. So that'll start next week. But the tentative plan, barring weather, will be June 16th. Any updates I will communicate through Janine so she can get it out and let everybody know, and I'll let Dr. Townsend know also. So we can do that. Just to answer somebody's question that they had for me, I did have the question asked, hey, if they're demoing the building on August 16th, I teach summer school. So will they be done before I get out of summer school on that day? No. Demo of Schnell is going to take us about a month. Okay, that's a pretty big building. It will not be done in 4 hours. So, no, that will not. It's not a one-day project. That's what we asked if they thought we were using explosions. I don't know.
Just blow it up.
July. No, I'm sorry. It's June. It's starting not this Monday, the following Monday, June 16th. I'm looking at when it's going to be completed when we're opening this other building. I've got a lot of dates floating around right now.
Do we have any ideas on Russell yet?
Okay, Russell, we are not moving forward yet. We're getting ready to. We just saw the bids.
Okay.
You guys are having a special meeting coming up, and we're going to ask you guys at that meeting to approve or accept those bids.
Okay.
Once we do that, then we have to get all the paperwork in and get it signed by the state before we can say, okay, now here's your official start date.
Okay.
The tentative plan for Russell will be, demo will begin sometime late July. But
Okay.
we don't have that exact date yet until we can get OFCC's paperwork all in order, which we've found takes sometimes a little bit of time. So.
Good.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ron?
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Mundy,
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley,
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson.
Yes.
Okay. Finally, we're on to our comments and reports. Is there any student rep updates on, I mean, we have some people in the audience. I'm guessing there's gonna be an update or two.
Yeah, really the only thing that I have to say is that we're working to select new student board reps for next year.
The school year starts August 20th for all students plus freshmen, and then August 21st is for the rest of the high school students.
And Miss Kristen.
That's all we got.
John, you have anything to
I
add?
would just add that this is the only board meeting we have for June, so in July we will announce who is joining us as a student rep, and then we would ask that party to join us for our first meeting in August. That's it.
Great. Okay, well, we'll move on to some committee reports then. Anyone? Oh, yeah, because you went to CTC.
Okay, alright, so CTC, there was a presentation done about, the career exploration, position. And basically, for those of us who don't know what that means, it's where they have the tours of CTC so that students can come in and kind of take a look at what they have to offer and stuff. They actually had 88 days last year that took care of school visits. They are now have school visits for 8th graders, 6th graders, and 5th graders. And they have found that the 5th graders are the most excited about this. They will go to one class and go, that's what I want to do. And they go to the next one and go, oh, no, that's what I want to do. And then they go to the last, oh, no, now I don't know what I want to do. But it gets them excited, it gets them some new ideas, it gives them choices about what they can do, and their decisions of what they can make in high school. And I think it's great that we are starting that earlier. I think that's a really great idea. They had 35 schools that visited. They had I don't know what that number means. They had 4,200, there's a lot of numbers here. 4,277 students that visited last year, and 438 staff that visited. That's a lot of people. So all 35 schools visited. They also give a survey so they can kind of see where they're getting their information from and what they're enjoying, what they're not. There were many grants that they were given. West Carrollton received one. That's all I gotta say about that. And then they had their graduation for the CTC students. There were 13 there were tons of them, but West Carrollton had 13 apprenticeship and internships, and there were 50 now, I mean, if this tells you anything, this is front and back. I know it does, you can't see. Front and back, written very small, of all of the scholarships that were given to their CTC students. We had 50 scholarships for our West Carrollton students, and that came up to $298,250. So yeah, for 50 students, that's pretty good. There was one student that got a $100,000 scholarship. Congratulations, you go. And all my other notes are for other things. That's all I have.
I know, hopefully, I need to reach out to, is it West Carrollton that's hosting the community action, whatever, the CAB meeting?
Yes, I have lunch with the city manager soon, so
Oh,
I'll
do you?
check with her.
Yeah, because I'm hoping that we can get a date for that, and then me and Angie, we're working on the alumni.
We've got some volunteers.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So all the alumni out here, if you guys want to be a part of the alumni committee, it's kind of almost like an open door of a committee, because we really don't have like a set group of people that's kind of running this thing. It's pretty much just a bunch of ideas. I know for those who might want to join, I know we have to talk about the naming stuff. I don't know if we're going to continue with doing. Harry Russell has a bunch of items, and I don't know if you have a list of things that they're taking out of Russell that like is going to go to storage, but a few of the Russell administrators reached out to us on what to do with these items. So I'm guessing we'll have to have
I
a
would like to
conversation.
hear what items they were.
Yeah, I don't know. I think yearbooks and other stuff.
Memorabilia and stuff.
So I told her I'll talk with you and see what they want to bring and go from there. So anyone that wants to join that committee can hear about that. Of course, we're going to be talking about memorials, which one of our teachers that retired that's something that she's interested in. And then a community member mentioned this yesterday, and I don't know if this is something that we can do, but she wants to, when we tear down these buildings, she wants a brick that has the label of the building on it, and she wants us to sell them to raise money.
No.
I don't.
No.
Yeah, what's the?
Yeah, that would take a lot of planning and a lot of extra work that we're trying to get the new buildings up and get going.
Right. So
They usually put a pile of bricks.
yeah, you can just grab
I
a brick.
think in the past we've looked at it like these community members can get a free brick because they paid for these buildings years and
Yeah, just
years
give
of
them
their taxes.
There's usually like a pile outside the gate there. Yeah.
But taking a brick off a used building and then trying to stamp it or etch it with the cost would be enormous, and it's when bricks are demoed like that, a lot of them come out whole, but a lot of them have other concrete and sediment and stuff on them, and it'd be really hard to really etch something like that. I think it'd be difficult.
Yeah, it sounds like an entrepreneur kind of thing for someone else to take care of.
Yeah, exactly. So if someone wants to find these ton of bricks and etch them and then sell them, go ahead.
For all you Facebook people, be careful, it may not be actually from the building.
So other than that, I think that's about it for my community reports today. Did you have anything?
Mine too, so
Yeah.
that's what I was going to talk about, so.
Yeah, ditto. Okay, well, we'll move along to comments from our superintendent.
I just want to congratulate all of our retirees. Their service here has been phenomenal. The years they've been here, supporting our kids is amazing, and they will be missed.
All right. Well, we'll move on from comments from the treasurer.
Thank you. So we'll echo that. Congratulations and best wishes to all our retirees. And I give you just one piece of paper, just kind of a simple recap of the governor, House, and Senate versions of the budget. The state budget is in the Senate this week, so I'm thinking that.
They voted.
I'm sorry?
They voted.
Like today?
I'll let you read it.
So, over the next 19 days, there'll be like a conference committee where the 3 branches will get together and come up with a final version of the state budget to begin July 1. Down at the bottom, it's under the 2-year total, so the governor's version gave us a 0.2 reduction, the House version gave us a 0.4 increase, and then the Senate's version would be like a total 2.3% reduction. So I mean, dollar-wise, the Senate version for us is worse than the House, because we'd be looking at like a $500,000 reduction in 26, 27. But the one difference is on the right side, the House had a 30% cap regarding balances, and the Senate was less restrictive on with a 50%. So anybody's guess what the final budget's going to look like, and all kinds of, I don't know what the right word is, but legislation about, I was going to say, I don't know, radical or crazy. It's like, I mean, just doing away with property taxes. And
Right.
like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like,
Awful
so we would
things.
just lose $24 million, or it's like, so it's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
ridiculous. That's a good word.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
Contact your representatives.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the legislators are, they're looking to appease, their focus is just on property taxes, and there's really essentially no additional money being funneled in public education, so.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, it's something, that's for sure. We have no comments from our associations, so we'll move on to central office staff. Jack, you want to start? You got the mic.
Okay, a couple things. One is the last 4 days, Thursday, Friday last week, Monday, Tuesday this week, staff moved into the new 2-4 school. They moved their stuff in, they put it away, emptied totes and boxes, got everything up off the floor. Now they're out of the building till sometime in August, when we'll let them back in again, because we're still hitting punch list items. We're still touching up paint. We're fixing some woodwork and doors, aligning doors, things like that all summer. So that we have, our staff is officially in the building. Our elementary school office is open. They're accepting phone calls. They're working out of the office every day. They're doing asphalt in front of that school today. Once that's completed and striped, then we should be good to go on with that building running full bore here over the summer in there. I know there's a special meeting coming up, and I want to be sure and let you guys know, I talked to Dr. Townsend about it, but we've got 5 construction, right now, as of today, 5 construction items that we need to have something voted on that could not be ready in time for today's meeting. So we're going to have our attorneys write these up. So we're hoping to slide those in on that special meeting and get those voted on. Russell and Nicholas demos one of them. We've got to approve building the baseball and tennis, because that paperwork was not ready yet. We're still working on some value engineering on those projects. We should have that wrapped up Friday. We also have some other items that have to be corrected and will be added onto that agenda. It's just that time when we're trying to get a whole lot of stuff in at one time, and with 5 weeks between board meetings, it could create a delay where we wouldn't have some projects ready when we needed to have them ready on that part. The other question I had was on OFCC asked about ribbon cutting for the 2-4. They would like to set a date so they can start planning for it. I talked to Mr. Toby about his schedule, when staff return, when students return, and their first day back for students will be on the 14th. They'll have an open house for students. I would kind of like to do the ribbon cutting the day before, maybe on the 13th. And then we spoke about it. We said what we do is open the building up for an open house for the community at that time. Maybe do something 4:30 to 6 o'clock. Do a ribbon cutting, invite OFCC down and any state politicians that want their picture taken on that. And then, then we could give tours of the building. OFCC also asked if we'd be willing to host an OFCC commission meeting at our school. And I told them we'd be happy to if they send us some dates and times, and we'll keep you guys informed on that if they decide to do that. That's about it.
Well, that's really neat.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
Are those during the day? the OSCC commission meeting date?
Yeah, those are during the day. So I'm assuming it'd be probably an August meeting, early August. I think, do they meet the second week of the month, I think? So.
Becky, you got anything?
I think I gave all my updates other than just congrats to all the retirements. So many will be missed.
Yeah. All right, good.
I agree. I wanted to congratulate the room full of retirees and of course the 13 teachers that I worked closely with. And, well, it wasn't only the teachers, it was Shelley as well and many others. But one of the best compliments that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention that I believe that compliments our district is when in tough times and many times teachers aren't the best sellers of our own profession or their own profession as well. And again, the best compliment ever is to suggest to your own family member that they come and work where you spent 30 plus years. So we hired 2 teachers, like one of them, if you saw Ms. Vogt sitting there, that was her daughter. Her daughter did her student teaching here and will be teaching here hopefully for another 30 years. And Ms. York, Angie York's daughter will be here. And then of course Donna is leaving, but Donna's daughter teaches here, Shannon. So I think that is a great testament to what the work that we're doing here with kids and teachers believing in what we're doing. So much so that they would suggest that their own children work here. So just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention.
Well, that is really nice to hear. Okay, well, we are now at the general comments from the public. We have Miss Andrea Edmonds from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. It's a 5-minute time, but other than that, we are excited to hear from you, Miss Andrea.
And I promise I will not take very long. I know you're all staring at the clock going, I want to go home and have dinner, so I promise. And I've been at work since 7:30 this morning, so I'm sure like many of you. So good evening, members of the community, school board, Dr. Townsend. Thank you for having me. My name is Andrea Edmonds, and I am the school liaison program manager at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. I don't think a school liaison has been to West Carrollton to talk with you at all, and that's part of the reason that I'm here. There are approximately 50 military-connected students that attend West Carrollton schools, and so my role is to serve as the connection between the community and base. I bring together those things. We work directly with our commander, Colonel Richards. We work directly with our commander, Colonel Brazel, both of them. And we are looking forward to support your district and your military-connected students in whatever way your district feels like we can do that. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is home to thousands of civilian employees, active duty members, contractors. It's the largest single-site employer in the state of Ohio with 38,000 employees. And there may not be a lot of active duty specifically here in West Carrollton, but I guarantee there are contractor families, and we support those. Contractors, civilian employees, all of those are part of our footprint with the school liaison position. So we, if you know anything about military life, you know it's one of change and transition. And so there are frequent relocations. The average military-connected student moves between 8 and 9 times between kindergarten and 12th grade. I mean, just think about that for a minute, what that means. If you've ever moved, you know what that's like. And they endure deployments, parents being gone for months, sometimes years. They have to adjust to new schools and new communities. And so my role as school liaison is to help those students and help your district with those transitions, with supporting special education navigation, PCSing, deployment, anything that is educational related, we support. And so, with what we do, we advocate both for our military connected students, but we're really looking to develop the partnership. And that's that we haven't had before. And that's kind of why I'm here, making sure you put a face, encouraging Dr. Townsend to come to our next superintendent meeting as well. And I would love to come and talk with the board more about the things that we can do the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base can do to help West Carrollton. We're in the process of developing an internship and job shadowing program where students would come on base, and that is a commander-led initiative. And we are also looking at base visits for schools, giving schools the opportunity to bring students onto base and see what it's like. They don't have to be military connected, but I mean, if you graduate from West Carrollton, you graduate from any of the school districts, chances are you may stay in Ohio. And you know where you may end up employed? Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And so, I'm excited to work with you. I'm excited to have you get to know the services that we can provide and to strengthen communication, to build collaborative solutions, and to ensure that every military connected child feels supported and set up for success in your classrooms and in your district. So thank you for the role that all of you play, and I look forward to seeing what we can accomplish together. So thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, we're moving right along to the comments from the board members. So we'll start with Angie.
I want to congratulate all of your retirees. We hate to see you go, but we understand and wish you the best of luck in your new adventures.
I have 2 comments to make and a question. My question's for Jack. Is there any update you can share with us on the turf at the stadium?
The turf at the stadium's complete.
I haven't been by there, obviously, or I wouldn't ask you that
completely
question.
complete, pretty awesome looking. We got a giant pirate head
I'm
in
going
the
by there
center.
when we're done, so we gotta hurry.
We have the end zones are black. No more yellow football lines on that part. We are in the process of putting down the new track. They've stripped the track surface. We're down to the base, and that'll be one of those other items will be coming up because we are going to have to mill the base a little bit and put another layer of asphalt down on it. So that'll be a change order coming up on that. But the track should be completed before school starts. We're shooting for a second week in August to have the track completed, and that whole project should be done.
So at least the track wasn't done. I'm not totally out.
No, the track is not done yet.
Right.
But you specifically said turf.
I did. I know.
Okay.
I'm trying to save face here. Okay.
Okay. I was trying to.
I know. 2 other comments I would make. One is about Pirate Packs. We don't know the result of this, but last year when Disneyana is one of our biggest sponsors, really, they donated $23,000 to Pirate Packs last year, and they just had their event this past weekend. And I don't think Nick knows any numbers because I don't, but the first night they were there, they outpaced last year by $2,000. They have a 3-day event, Friday night and Saturday night. Their auctions, 100% of the proceeds go to us, to the Pirate Pack program, and then so the Friday night event outpaced last year by $2,000, and an individual donated $5,000 on Saturday. So from what I can tell, they're ahead of last year's pace, which was $23,000, which was a record for them. So I don't know what that number is going to look like, but we just continue to get really good news about fundraising and organizations helping us with feeding the kids here in West Carrollton. So certainly they came, I think last year, Anita did a crazy Disney outfit on and shared with us a little bit, and that's the same group I'm talking about, if you recall that. So eager to hear what the numbers will look like this year, but they seem to be ahead of last year's pace, which is just insane because that's a lot of money. Last thing is we had a retreat. The board did a few days ago, and I wanted to, and Denise, I apologize for this because I'm not sure you're going to like this news, but we have decided to try to come up with a plan on the scholarships that the district has been a part of for a while, and try to figure out a way to handle those. We haven't figured out exactly what that's going to look like yet, but we did discuss that in our retreat, and we're going to try to manage those internally. So just wanted to let folks know that if they're interested in that. That's going to mean for some high school students that there's going to be a couple of extra scholarship opportunities, hopefully starting next spring. So that's all I have.
Great, thank you. Ms. Lori?
Congratulations, retirees. So much talent was in the room at one time, and then they weren't all here, so goodness gracious. And then we have not had, I hope yeah, we have not. We have not had a meeting since the graduation. If you weren't there, it was magical. It was wonderful. It was great. Everyone walked through. No one tripped that I saw. And so it was a very nicely done thing. She changed her last name. This is
Carlisle.
Carlisle. I knew the first last name, not the second last name. Did a wonderful job, and there was another person also.
Miss Morris.
Morris. Great job. And so I just want to say that that was very enjoyable. They do a wonderful job organizing that, and I'm sure there's more people that I don't know, but those are the two names. Oh, well, only one name actually. Actually, I didn't know any of the names actually. So there you go.
All right. That's it.
I also wanted to echo the congratulations to the retirees. I knew so many of them, and so many of them had my children. I worked with over at Frank Nicholas when I was a PTO president. That's been so long ago. Anyway, I wanted to tell all the kids that if you want to do a fall sport, you need to get into Final Forms. It is now open for this next school year. So if you want to do these things, you need to get the Final Forms forms filled out and get a valid physical over the summer. I know that there is a lot of time, but that time shrinks because fall sports starts August 1st. So get those done, and if you're in any need or bored at all, please read a book. That'd be great. So happy summer, be safe. Thank you.
Very well said, especially about the books. I think more than ever, that's so important. I just had a few things. I was going to mention something that's exciting about our retreat that we've had as well, is our Adopt a School program. I'm excited to hopefully have this be a real thing this time, make it really a big deal. Yeah, and we're forcing ourselves this time because we're trying to have this on our agenda, and so that we have to say something. So, especially for our board members here, it's going to be exciting to be able to get it.
I've already scheduled it for all the future.
Oh, did you really? Okay, well now we're really in.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And Lori is first with the ECC, so.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're excited, I'm sure.
The bar will be high, just so you know. Okay.
Yeah, really. So that's really exciting about that program.
Good luck, John.
Bring it.
That's right.
Yeah, John's next after her, yeah. And then I was going to mention graduation went really, really well.
Were you going through twice of that?
Yes, I actually have her in twice on here.
You can actually catch a replay of it on our webpage. If you, it was live streamed and it is under news.
It's under the news, so be sure to check it out if you didn't get to see it. Everyone dressed up really well, nice and nice colors. No,
except certain people.
No dark blue or anything.
Except certain people. Did we get that on tape? Except.
She's talking about herself, but but graduation was really incredible. Yeah.
You have a full year to get black suit.
It might be charcoal.
Full year. Fine.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
it
Just
might be
nothing,
charcoal.
no
If
blue.
you do blue, so help me.
I think this might be my last year.
I think so.
With
Yes,
blue.
yes. Retire it.
Yeah.
Or it gets
And
burned.
get a new one, your choice.
It's a nice suit.
It won't burn. Have a
Hey.
year. Go for it.
Oh, you got it.
I got you covered.
Oh, look. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Shoot. I hope it's not recent, Jack, because
No.
I mean
We'll talk. We'll talk. I got you covered.
We're not the same shirt size, I know, right? But graduation was incredible to see all these amazing kids do. I mean, just to move on for their future, and I just hope that they never forget where they came from. That's what really matters. Is you might be doing amazing things in your future, but don't ever forget home, because no matter where your new home might be, there's a home that's waiting for you always back here.
And if you weren't at the graduation and you didn't see it yet, at least go through to where you see Mr. White's presentation,
Yeah,
where
that's
he
good.
gave the numbers of people, how many were going to this and how many were going to that and how many had full scholarships and how many, it was amazing. I
Yeah.
wish I had those numbers. I should have been.
$2.7
$2.7
million.
million in
Most
scholarships
scholarships ever, right?
for this year,
Ever.
Just
ever.
Just ever in our district.
ever in our
Most
district.
scholarships
So
ever.
kudos. I mean, we have to be doing something right to get that much going out. And thank goodness these kids are going to have something to start with, and they're not going to start with that huge balance due. So that was the most exciting part for me.
Yeah.
It was like, yes,
Which, I mean, gives a lot of kudos to the teachers,
right.
the administrators, the parents, right? It shows that, I mean, hard work really does pay off. Yeah, counselors, I mean, we just have such incredible staff. Shoot, even our bus drivers and our
Yes.
custodians, everyone plays a role in the success of these students. And to see that number and to see that we're breaking records as a school shows that everything's working, and some things might not work as easily or whatever, but you know what, we get it through and we do a good job. And only 2 air horns as well, from what I heard. Maybe there was a few more. My hearing's not that good, but it went very, very well. I was also going to mention a little bit about the pirate packs. Of course, I don't have the number. Thanks, Lori. I don't have the number for that, but it was a really incredible event. I guess on Facebook or something, there's a photo of me doing a high kick and a Mickey Mouse hat. So if anyone wants to find that,
I have it on my phone.
yeah.
If anyone's really curious.
But we did a lot of good for exposing what Pirate Packs does and the amount of kids that we help feed, right? Which helps with their education. So it all pays off in the end, and it is a good time to see some Disney folks and all that. So I was also wanting to mention just quickly. I know there's little pamphlets and stuff about the property taxes and eliminating the property taxes, and even a thing for people to vote, or not to vote, but like to sign, like almost like a petition. I always want to remind people to be wary of what you're signing. Property taxes, if that gets eliminated, taxes will come at some point, and it's probably going to come through sales tax, which is a reminder to people. And then I also wanted to say it not only affects, of course, our school district and our funding for our schools, but a lot, but it affects your city services as well. All of our local districts is affected by property taxes, and I always say your local elections are the most important, and I will also say your local government is your most important, and to take away a lot of that funding, it's not easy. So just know, we're not Texas, we're not Florida, we're Ohio.
Those are state taxes, they're not the same.
Whatever, what I'm talking about. Wait, those are state taxes, aren't they?
They are, and I'm saying that because I live there, so
Yeah.
we didn't pay state taxes, but because we didn't pay state taxes, my property taxes
We're
were
extremely high.
And the reverse would probably happen here, so.
I thought Florida had no property tax.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it had huge parts.
So who does have property? Who doesn't have the property?
Tennessee.
Tennessee, that's what I'm thinking of.
So, for all you parents who have all your children at home with you this summer, keep that in mind when you sign papers.
And then, of course, with local government, I feel like it affects us a little bit. That's why I'm mentioning it. But I think there's been a lot of buzz going around about Alex Road being shortened down to potentially 3 lanes. And I feel like it would not hurt to say that no matter what, because a lot of community members were asking, we're not going to let these kids cross. If it's 3 lanes or 5 lanes or however many lanes, the kids will never cross South Alex Road. And I think I can say that with confidence.
Correct.
The bus will always out the door that way, and then the bus will turn around and go out the door the other direction. I just wanted to make that clear because I think a lot of community members were concerned about that. But it is also true that both sides will need to stop for the school bus.
It is legal to cross students. I mean, that is legal.
It's legal.
If they made it 3 lanes, it's legal to cross a student to the left side of the roadway. But it doesn't mean it's a really good idea.
Right.
Or it's an idea that we would ever accept here in this district.
Yeah. So, and that's something to recognize. So for those of you who live in West Carrollton, if it does go down to 3 lanes, please do us a favor and watch for what does Don used to say? The big yellow taxis. Watch for the big yellow taxis, because on that road it really would make a difference.
It would.
Because it could stop your car on both sides. So I just wanted to mention that as well. Other than that, I hope everyone have a great summer. And of course, I'm going to end with a quote before our work session. So this is by Jerome Bruner, and it is, "We're more likely to act ourselves into a feeling than to feel ourselves into action." So other than that, I think we will get a motion and second for our work session.
Or we just, just like a recess.
Oh, yeah, I guess we can just take a recess, don't we? And this would be for student reps. So, thank you, guys. Afterwards, we will